Hi, Randy Ora with Berkshire Hathaway. I'm a local realtor here in Laguna Niguel. Are you thinking of moving to Laguna Niguel and considering the cost of living in Orange County, specifically Laguna Niguel? Stay tuned, I'll tell you. So if you're thinking of moving to Laguna Niguel, there are a lot of things to consider when it comes to cost of living. Housing is one, and I'm going to talk a lot about housing, but I want to talk about some other things that are important too. For example, I shop Kroger's Market. It's a national chain, the largest in the United States. And I found that this, in other parts of the country, is $3.49. Here, it's a whopping $4.99. This, in other parts of the country, is $2.49. Here, $4.69. And Wonder Bread, elsewhere, $2.79. Here, $3.99. So what am I sharing with you? That it costs more to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in Orange County? No. The fact of the matter is that Orange County and Laguna Niguel run about 13% higher in groceries than in other parts of the country. There's a lot of other things to consider. So let's talk about electricity. How do you pay for electricity? Electricity is measured in kilowatts, and you pay a certain amount of money for a kilowatt. In Laguna Niguel, the cost of a kilowatt is expensive compared to other parts of the country. For example, we pay about 16.89 cents for a kilowatt of power. This is what powers all of our electric utilities. In other parts of the country, it's significantly less. Let's talk about Delaware. So in Delaware, that kilowatt that we spend about 17 cents for in Laguna Niguel would cost you only about 10.5 cents. In Illinois, that same kilowatt would cost about 9.5 cents. And in Louisiana, that kilowatt would cost you about 7.7 cents. Now you can see why the cost of electricity in Laguna Niguel is more expensive than almost everywhere in the country, the exception being Hawaii. In Hawaii, the kilowatt would cost you a whopping 28.7 cents. So how about gas prices? The average cost of gasoline here in Laguna Niguel is about $3.90. In Florida, for the same gas, you would pay $2.90. In Georgia, about $2.70. And in Arizona, just a titch over $3 a gallon. So you can see why the cost of transportation is about 37% higher than the national average here in Laguna Niguel. One of the other things to consider besides gas and electric would be your income. If you're making a certain amount of money in another part of the country and planning to move here, you may have to adjust your income to maintain the exact same lifestyle that you're enjoying in other parts of the country. So if you're living in Prescott, Arizona, for example, and are considering a move to Laguna Niguel, and you're making $50,000, you would have to adjust your income to maintain the same lifestyle to over $75,000 here, because the cost of living in Orange County is about 52% higher than Prescott on average. Our housing costs are about 127% higher, which means you would have to buy a more expensive home here that would be similar to your current residence in Prescott, Arizona. Let's say, on the other hand, you're thinking of moving from Lincoln, Nebraska to Laguna Niguel, and your current income is $50,000. Your adjusted income would have to be $81,000 to maintain the same lifestyle, because our standard of living, our cost of living, is 63% higher. Our housing cost is over 200% higher than Lincoln, Nebraska. So there are other expensive areas in the country, like San Francisco. If you're making $50,000 in San Francisco and move to Laguna Niguel, you could actually maintain your same lifestyle with an income just over $40,000. That's because our housing cost is over 20% lower, and our cost of living is about 15% lower than San Francisco. So let's talk about the cost of housing, the most important consideration when thinking about moving to Laguna Niguel. I've divided our marketplace into 3 segments: entry level, the middle, and the high or luxury market. Entry level here is from about $350,000 to $750,000. The middle market is from 750 to about 1.5 because our median and average sales price tend to hover right around $1 million. And then our luxury market, anything above 1.5 million. I'm going to be visiting 3 different neighborhoods, giving you examples of each of those marketplaces. Come with me. So the first segment of our marketplace is that entry-level home, somewhere between $320,000 and $750,000. The average square footage for a home in this price range is about 1,150 square feet. The properties typically sell for about $480 per foot on average, and the median and average sales price hovers right around $540,000. Typically it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and oftentimes an attached or a condominium. I recently sold this property in back of us on Soledad in Laguna Niguel, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, for $510,000. We did have multiple offers. It sold for slightly over asking, which was $499,000. So the property at $510,000 is about 1,046 square feet at $478 per foot. Very consistent with our averages in the city currently in terms of what's selling and at what price. So for the entry level, somewhere right around $500,000 gets you right around 1,150, maybe 1,200 square feet. Again, for about $540,000. This is the middle of the market for the first third or entry level of Laguna Niguel. So the middle market of Laguna Niguel is really represented in this price range, homes between $750,000 and $1.5 million. In the city, in the past 12 months, homes have sold for as little as $320,000 and as much as $7 million, although $7 million is rare. Anything above $5 million is really not the everyday property, but we have had some very high price sales in the city of Laguna Niguel. In this middle market, homes tend to hover around 2,200 to 2,400 square feet, typically selling for about $500 per square foot. They're usually 4-bedroom, 3-baths, either 2 or 3-car garages. The dollar per square foot is really hovering right around our city average of about $500 per foot. Homes in a neighborhood like this will have a median sales price of about $1,050,000, which again represent the entire spectrum of $320,000 to $7 million. That middle mark is somewhere right around $1 million for the city of Laguna Niguel. Next, let me take you to a luxury neighborhood. Homes above $1.5 million. So I'm now in a luxury community. This home, like the other 2 that I have shown you, are all homes that I've sold because I do work the entire spectrum of price. I've represented both buyers and sellers from $150,000 in the city, yes, years ago, to $9.2 million, all in the city of Laguna Niguel, and grateful for everybody in between as well. But in the luxury market, homes are selling typically for around $570 per foot. The more amenities and benefits and location attributes that the property has, of course, that price could go up in terms of dollar per square foot, ultimately the sales price of the home. So at $570 per foot, homes are ranging in this range, in this price range of 1.5 to about 3 million at about 45, 46, 4,700 square feet. Typically 4 bedrooms or 5 bedrooms and occasionally 6-bedroom homes, almost all with 3-car garages, every once in a while a 4-car garage as well. They are oftentimes located in guard-gated communities, which gives it that level of exclusivity that some of the owners would like to have in this price range. And homes in this price range are actually selling quite well right now. With our current market, activity is very high regardless of price range. There's more volume, more transactions in that lower price range of 320 to about 750,000. The next most active range is the middle market, which is about 750 to 1.5, and then this market, the 1.5 to about 3 million for the most part, although we have had sales recently as high as 7.5 million in the city of Laguna Niguel, sales above 5 million are not quite as frequent as the homes that sell between 1.5 and 3 million, even in the luxury market of Laguna Niguel. So I hope these three representations of properties and what you can expect to buy in these three segments of the market help you get a better understanding of what housing cost is like in Laguna Niguel. It's a little bit breezy here today. We do enjoy ocean breezes, even though we're a couple, 3 miles from the water, even at this point. I'm high up on the hill, one of the highest points in Laguna Niguel, which is why properties like this and other luxury communities have some spectacular views. Again, this is the top of the market, the luxury market between 1.5 and 3 million in Laguna Niguel. So I hope visiting those three different segments of the market help you understand a little bit more about what you would get in those three separate price niches for our city. I've put this off as long as I possibly can. I am standing in front of the Chat Holyfield building in Laguna Niguel, more commonly known as the IRS. We have to talk about taxes if you are considering a move to Laguna Niguel. In California, we do have the highest tax rate in the country at about 13.3%. Now, I'm not an accountant. I'm not going to get into the 9 separate income brackets within the state. And there are 9. The more you earn, the higher taxes, the higher rate of taxes you're going to pay. But we're averaging right around 13.3% is what we quote. The other important consideration would be sales tax. Now, in the state of California, we average about 8.25% for sales tax. Whatever you buy, you're going to pay taxes on. We are about 7.75% in Laguna Niguel. In LA, it's 9.5%. So there's a large variance of sales tax within the state of California. Different areas have different rates, but it would be an important consideration depending upon how much stuff you buy. Income in the state of California. U.S. median income is about $67,000. Half of the people earn more, half of the people earn less. The average income for the United States is hovering right around $90,000, about $89,000 for the average income in the United States. In Laguna Niguel, it is slightly higher. Our cost of housing, our taxes, the way we live is more expensive. The average income in Laguna Niguel is a little over $100,000. If you travel north about 20 minutes to Newport Beach, incomes are about $130,000 on average in that city. I can't control what we pay in terms of taxes, in terms of gas, in terms of electric. There are some things that are out of everybody's control. What I can be a tremendous resource for you would be housing and where you may want to consider. There are ways that we can manipulate to a degree where you would choose to live. This is where my expertise and the 24 years of being in the real estate business, I can help you determine, is Laguna Niguel the right place? Because if we go inland just a little bit to Mission Viejo, maybe Ladera Ranch, Mission Viejo being older, Ladera Ranch being younger, but inland, temperatures will rise a little bit, but prices will drop. You're going to get more for your money as you move just a little bit inland off the coast. If you stay coastal, Laguna Beach, moving south San Clemente, moving north Newport, Corona del Mar, those areas are very expensive and the prices are actually going to go up. What's nice about Laguna Niguel is we're a really great compromise. We absolutely enjoy coastal weather. We have that proximity where the boundary between Dana Point and Laguna Niguel is anywhere from a half a mile at points to maybe a mile away. So we literally border on the west Dana Point. We enjoy that coastal community. Many communities within Laguna Niguel will actually have ocean breezes. If we go inland, we're going to drop in price. If we stay coastal, we're going to go up in price. Laguna Niguel is a really nice place to be. You get the best of both worlds. My name is Randy Ora. I've been doing this for 24 years. I love what I do. I know the area very well. I hope this is information that you can use. Please subscribe. I will be doing more videos. Like if you would. And call me. Let me know if I can help you with your real estate in Laguna Niguel.